My daughter, you must not be afraid.
Gina, Prince-Bythewood's Children of Blood and Bone is in the news again, and this time around for showing exclusive clips, previewing exclusive clips at the Martha Vineyard African American Film Festival about last week. And at this festival, she went representing the film together with the lead character of the movie, Thuso in Mbedu, and they had quite an interaction on the stage with the Views host Hostin. So we'll be talking about some of the messages and some of the views she shared on that platform over the weekend. And it is quite interesting seeing that this film is making quite an impact on the world stage when it released its trailer about 3 weeks ago. And it has everybody excited for what it has to offer with regards to the story and how well they have adapted the book and translated it onto the screen. And for all of you who may know, this particular film, Children of Blood and Bone, is an adaptation of one of the best selling books, trilogy of books written by Nigerian author or scribe uh, called Tomi Adeyemi. And Tomi Adeyemi indeed is such a powerhouse, seeing what she was able to create in the magical world of Orisha. And for those who have read the books, and I'm sure you have a very clear and vivid description as to what this film is going to be like. And hopefully, knowing the directorial prowess of Gina Bythewood, we definitely know that she's going to churn out something very magical, very, very close, or even perhaps better than what is written in the books. For all of you who know Gina Prince-Bythewood, she indeed has done or directed such spectacular films such as Love and Basketball, starring Sina Lathan and Omar Epps. So she's no stranger into directing such classic movies as we've already seen, even in The Woman King, which has the stars of Viola Davis and Thuso Mbedu, who were reunited in this particular film of Children of Blood and Bone. And it is indeed directed spectacularly for those who have watched the trailer. And one of the things that you cannot forget, or which is very remarkable, particularly about this film, is the fact that it has a roster of cast that are A-list actors, both on the continent of, America and also even Africa. Thuso Mbedu herself is such a force to reckon with in South Africa, and you have names like Demi RMD, that is Richard Mufe Damijo, who indeed is such a spectacular actor and has made a name for himself in the Nigeria. So it this particular production really boasts such a roster of cast that everyone will be excited about. You have from Chiwetel Ifeojo, who happens to be in Backrooms, a film with a very minimal budget but blew up in a scope that you can never imagine. And he is an Academy Award winner for the film 12 Years of a Slave. And he also stars in the Marvel movie Doctor Strange. He starred in the Marvel movie Doctor Strange. So right off the bat itself, it boasts of such powerful powerhouses. You have Damson Idris, you have Idris Elba himself, you have Viola Davis, and you have Regina King. So this particular production already boasts of a stacked African American cast and British African cast, as well as Africans from the mainland. So that is quite an exciting roster to actually see that this film boasts of. And seeing what Gina Prince was able to do with the Woman King, we already know that she is more than capable of being able to craft not just an adventure film, which Woman King happens to be, and also not just an adventure, but a historical epic. We know that she will be able to deliver on this one as well, which is an African fantasy film. It is being produced by Paramount Pictures or Paramount Films, and indeed, we are excited of the fact that this film was given at least it was given the necessary budget to bring this film, this story, this novel into reality on the screen, and that we are assured that Regina, what is it called, Gina Prince-Bythewood will deliver on her promise. So at this particular event, she did talk about a number of things which are quite crucial for the event, seeing that in about we have barely 5 months to go for this movie to be screening in the cinemas worldwide. Come January 15th, 2027, we'll be seeing this movie in cinemas, and I, in particular, am excited about this. So there are a number of things that she said which um, gets me excited because it points to the fact that she knows her stuff and she indeed goes all out to sort of, realize the story in particular. So she did state something about her casting choices and how when she was actually writing the film itself, rewriting the script, it got her thinking as to who to actually use for the film itself. And this is what she had to say. So she said that um, obviously, films like this don't get made very often, which is true. And they say 70% of directing is casting. And that's what this was. To be able to put together a cast like this, there are no skips. Everybody is amazing. And for those who ended up watching the featurette, about I think it's about 5 minutes or so featurette, which showed the behind the scenes of a little bit of behind the scenes of this film. Indeed, it brought its A game, not just of all the cast from the US and Britain, but also from Africa as well. So it is quite exciting to see. So she knows her stuff, and if you check every one of Prince Bythewood's films, her cast are always talents who are able to bring the best of realization of the characters of every script that she has written and directed. So we are rest assured that this particular film, that Children of Blood and Bone, will be no different from the projects that she's done in the past as well. Also, she went on to praise the work of Adeyemi, that Adeyemi is such a genius with regard to a story, and she's a genius in the sense that not only was her first book of this trilogy a New York bestseller, but the other two that followed as well also were bestsellers in that vein. And not, the exciting part of this project, hopefully, our hope is that it does well at the box office. And the hope is that when that happens, we are hoping that the sequel to this production would also be produced as well in terms of the second book and the third book. So that is what we are hoping for, that this particular film garners both critical acclaim and box office success so that we can see the realization of the second and third books being adapted onto the screen as well. So it is quite exciting, and already you could tell that the dynamic, the relationship between Gina Prince Bythewood and Thuso in Mbedu is such a magical one for them to have gone on to make this second film together, to be reunited and make this film together. And that is something that it's very interesting to see. And one of the things that, if you've noticed, certain actors and directors are always a perfect pair. You have the Martin Scorsese together with Leonardo DiCaprio, and Martin Scorsese works with a number of actors as well. So you have him together with Al Pacino and then Robert De Niro. You also have Ran Coogler, who always works with Michael B. Jordan. So when we see them reuniting, then it means that there is a magical spark which will indeed show or translate onto the silver screen when we watch um, Children of Blood and Bone come January 15th, 2027. Already, if you want to verify what I'm saying, go watch The Woman King and you understand what I mean by this particular pairing that you are seeing on the screen. And not just that, but Thuso Mbedu took this project so seriously to the extent that she did say that prior about a year to the production, she went all out to prepare adequately for this project so that she can give off her very best. So she had to do some stunt works herself and therefore needed about several months to prepare as well. Not only her, but you also have Amandla Stenberg also giving her best in the preparation towards the process as well. And it's exciting to see these talents connecting more than 100% to make sure that this project is such a spectacular as we would want it to be. So we are hoping that this film becomes very successful. And when it becomes very successful, we will get to see the second and the third book adapted into the features as well. But not only that, if it does so well, it's going to open doors for more of these stories to tell. And I can see that the films that have paved the way from way back coming to America, starring Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, and the late great James L. Jones, and leading to Black Panther as well, starring the late Chadwick Boseman and directed by Ryan Coogler, which the film itself starred an all black cast, and also coming to see this one as well. Prior to this, having The Woman King starring an all black cast, have paved the way for this to be done. So, just as she said, these films are not done quite often as it ought to be. So, our hope and prayer is that this should be successful so that it will continue, it will pave the way for the trend to continue for more African or Black films to be made in this vein in terms of a very big budget production to see the visions realized without any inhibitions, without any um, short changes to make sure the stories are told at the highest production value possible. So I'm excited that they've already started the marketing push for this. So for it to have been previewed at the exclusive clips previewed at the Martha Vineyard African American Film Festival, it means that the engine, the machine, the sales engine, the publishing or the marketing push for this film has already begun, and I'm excited that this is being done. So soon enough, I'm sure there will be several clips, there will be several interviews being done to make people more aware of how this film is going to impact and change the film landscape with regards to black cinema all over the world. So I'm excited about it. I don't know about you. What do you think? Which clips do you think might have been shown on at the Martha Vineyard African American Film Festival? Unfortunately, the clips were not shown, so we do not know which content it may or which scenes it may reveal. However, I'm sure if you've read a book, you may be able to guess what aspect of the films might have been shown at the Martha Vineyard African American Film Festival. Whatever your thoughts may be, kindly let me know them in the comment section. And are you excited and prepared to gearing up to watch it come January 15th, 2027? Whatever your thoughts may be, kindly drop in the comment section. So, all too soon, I must bring this to an end. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate your presence. So, I'll come your way with another exciting information from the world of cinema, both from the African front and the international scene. My name is Papa Utu, and this has been the Film Mandate. I'll see you soon.